The views and opinions expressed on this podcast belong solely to its host. What you're about to listen to may contain some explicit language or themes and may not be appropriate for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Not that sauce. Not that sauce. The sauce with the flavor, son. Sauce with the flavor, son. Sauce with the flavor, son. DJ Reshka. Sauce. I don't want no regular sauce. Y'all got that new hot sauce?
Ladies and gentlemen, dogs and cats, birds and people alike, welcome to your favorite podcast, The Raw Sauce. This is your boy Salsa.
It's your boy Jerk, Mr. Habanero, if you're nasty.
This your boy Joe Tabasco.
And we got a special show for you today. Tonight we got some special guests out here. But of course, you know how we started off with the weekend vibes. We're going to go with that sauce under 70. And then we're going to move into that sound sauce.
Got that good stuff today.
The good stuff that you put in the glass and you drink.
Get 'em.
That's supposed to put it, it's good spirits.
Yes,
spirits.
good spirits.
Good spirits. It's like,
She's not
it's
really
holiday season if you don't know that right
Spirits
now. So stay
to
good
lift.
spirits. Full of spirits, if you will.
Spirits to lift your spirits.
I brought the spirits tonight.
Okay.
What you got for us?
What
What you got for us?
What you got?
Sensei whiskey. There's been a lot of hype in the whiskey world about Japanese whiskeys. I'm not sure if you're familiar with some of these brands. This one is Sensei Whiskeys. It's actually a blended whiskey out of Japan. Much like these start coming out here in America, like the Suntories. I don't know if you've seen those on the shelf as well. But from what I read, this is supposed to be a nice whiskey. Once again, it's not straight out the barrel. They got it mixed and blended. They brought it on over here, and they say it's just essentially a nice entry into whiskey drinking. I hear the Japanese palate has really taken a liking to some of these whiskeys and might not prefer some of the smokier flavors and things of that nature. Yeah. So we're going to be looking for the caramels, and we're going to be looking for the sweet notes behind this, but I'm not sure how much spice is going to be on this. So if you want to get us started over here, grab a couple of rocks, put them in some glasses, and pass them around.
The wonderful flavors out. We have heard that as well with the complex flavors from the other peats are not necessarily welcomed by all, but these are supposed to be a lot smoother. Yeah. Even though they're blended.
Huge fans of smoother drinks.
Yeah.
So
doing a lot of ice or a little bit?
A little.
We'll take that one for me then. Two little rocks there.
What your ice preferences is here at the Raw Sauce. We got different levels when it comes to this. Some people like a ton of ice. If you will.
I take a ton of ice.
Some people just need 2 cubes.
Thanks, Mom.
Let me get medium level ice for me, sir.
He gives 9 and 3.
More than me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, medium level.
You want a lot, little?
I'll take as much as 4 cubes, please.
How many?
4 cubes.
4? Oh, they're precise.
So
Might
precise.
check 1, 2, 1, 4. There we go.
4 cubes.
Let me add a few more to this one. I prefer mine to be slightly frosted. Slightly frosted.
All right, we can go ahead and pass this bottle around and get it blessed.
Yeah,
Before we
the
crack it open.
bottle.
2 times.
Now, what you'll notice about this bottle, unlike a lot of other whiskey bottles, it is a twist off top. It lets me know these
They
are
really
real
weren't
down
trying.
to earth people when
Very
they got to
down to
making
earth.
their drinks when it comes down to it. You'll most often hear us pop it open, and you can hear the pop. But today we should hear the crackle. when it comes down to it. Here we go.
Sound like knees.
Oh, there it is. I'll take that all the way off. I'm gonna get us started. Y'all pull your own troubles, as they say.
And as always, let us know what you're drinking, what you're sipping, how you sipping it, what you plan to sip, and what else you're doing.
We're still waiting for y'all to actually tell us, by the way. I think I'm not paying attention.
Stop just listening and getting drunk. We need to participate.
Right.
Participate. Now,
I'll let you pour your own trouble.
this is the sauce under 70 once again, Sensei Whiskey. And here in Alabama, it ran us around $49. I've been other places where it runs about 30 or so, somewhere around there. So it can vary place to place you go. But this is definitely not one of the more expensive whiskeys that we bring out.
Yeah. But you know, the holiday season, man, it fluctuates. Because now it's actually in the middle of bourbon season. So some of the other, I guess, peripheral spirits are going up in price as well. Just because the demand is so high for all the spirits at this time.
I will let you know, I didn't know spirits had a season when it came. I just drink
I didn't
the same
either.
stuff all the time usually.
I didn't either until I got
It just goes down smooth no matter what time of the year it is.
top for that too. I hate to waste that.
Please.
But at any time, feel free to raise that glass.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another if you need something to go with it. I did bring a Coke over there if you need one to go with it.
Well,
You don't have to move.
I was gonna say I'll host that.
What's
Okay.
that? Well, let's get a cheers going on right here for those who don't need the Coke back.
Salute there.
Salute, everybody.
Cheers.
There you go. Our live studio audience today.
Live studio audience in the background. Shots of juice. Let's go.
Juice get loose.
Right?
You're like, oh no, oh no, oh no,
That's
oh
where
no,
it is.
no, no.
Jersey.
Exactly. Want to get you a Coke?
No.
No,
Yeah, I think it's really
Excuse
smooth.
you?
Excuse me.
Just check it. I'm just checking.
I'm not that girl.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
They like it smooth.
not bad. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Not
I
a lot
like
of that earthiness to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. It's like at the very end, it's a little sweetness to it with the caramel flavor that they call it on the back end.
Mm.
It didn't smell like much. You know, a lot of liquor you bring to your nose, it
You
smells
can
like
feel
it's about
it.
to burn your skin off or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that, or you
Tickle all
know
your
what it
hairs.
is. You're like,
Right.
oh, this is poison in my body.
But you know it's poison. It's
You know
like,
it's poison.
oh yeah, this is going to be trouble.
I choose this.
But this
I
is a
agree.
good.
It's
This could be a regular, nightcap.
a night.
I think a smooth
This
enough
ain't
for
too
that.
bad. I feel like this is a good weekday drink.
Weekday
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah.
You make it back to work or something
Little,
like that.
happy hour.
Yeah, a little bit.
Those working from home happy hours.
But y'all
It's
new
COVID season.
lunchtime drinkers out there in this world. There's
Yeah.
a lot of new lunchtime drinkers right now.
Just
COVID
read
era.
an article about that has gone up, and it was like some out of however many they had. I think it was say 1,000 people, like 45%
Right.
are now drinking at lunch all the way through when they get off work. It was in happy hour is
That's
spread
a long
out
day.
Well,
now
that's because they gotta
because
go home
most
to their
people are
kids.
most people are at home right now.
No.
So they're saying most people are pulling out their cabinets and they're going in from lunch until
I'm sorry, not go home to their kids. They're actually with their
with
kids.
their kids. Yeah, that's mommy juice.
Almost
Trying to make it through the day, sir.
Exactly.
Yeah, forced
And I
quality
think-
time. It's a thing.
Right.
Right.
I feel like they have very much underappreciated the teachers that were babysitting
Oh, I
their
know
kids for
that.
8 hours a
Came
day.
to that.
Big
They
time.
had to admit it. They had to admit they were babysitting
Big
their
time.
kids.
Now some people don't even like their kids.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
It's like, I
Who
don't even
are
want y'all no
you?
more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You were not supposed to turn out like this.
This is your daddy's fault.
I didn't.
I didn't
Look like
raise
it
this. Exactly.
Did you always have this habit?
And they're
Go
tired
get the
of-
sensei out the cabinet. We need it now.
Bring my
Mommy a
mommy's
drink.
cup. Mommy's cup.
I'd be curious to get the stats. I know a lot of teachers, and I know a lot of teachers right now who are drinking right before they teach classes. Not to
Regular.
say that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna give the district, area, state away. They could be in Portugal, or they could be right next door.
That's
But
right.
they're getting it in right now, celebrating their, freedom, if you will, when it
Yeah,
comes from
their
those
freedom.
kids in the class. The ankle
I told you he was bad.
Yes,
All the notes I sent home, you didn't want to respond, did you?
Yeah.
Take that, Brenda.
Parent teacher conferences. You
Yeah.
were fighting me.
I told you, your son sucks.
Yeah.
It's harsh reality.
Hey.
Harsh reality. Harsh
Hey.
reality. Well, I think this is time we're gonna have to give this a score for the sauce unit.
Oh,
Raw
sausage,
units.
okay.
Got the raw units.
Raw units. So
Joe, you want to hip to the
explain. You want
game.
to explain to the ladies how the raw units work?
Okay.
I think it's like 1 to 5. It's
So we got 1 to 5,
Yeah.
and you know how most places give stars.
Mhm.
But since we're the raw sauce, we're going to provide raw units.
Okay.
So we're looking at, because we all have different palates and different taste buds, it's going to be according to what you think it is. And so from 1 to 5, 1 being absolute trash, would never do it again, regret your life, all the way up to 5 being super fantastic. Let me bottle this and sell it, bathe in it, if you will. Then that's where your levels are going to fall. So
Okay.
raw units are your decision.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
dun, dun.
Dun dun dun.
So we'll start with you.
Oh.
Are we? Okay.
Yeah, always. Hello, mate.
To be quite honest with you, to not be a dark liquor connoisseur, should I say? It's fairly light. I like it. I would give it a 4. I wouldn't bathe in it, but I would definitely drink
Like
it again.
spritz?
Yeah, I
Body
would.
Works.
Yeah,
I like that.
like
She wouldn't bathe in it. Write that down.
Take a note. Take a note. Will not.
Bathe.
so 4. I give it a 4.
4. Okay. All right. About you, Mel.
I give it a 4 as well. I'm not a big fan of whiskey, but this is actually really smooth and light and something that I probably would enjoy drinking.
Wow.
Okay.
Success.
All right. Mind has been changed.
There you go.
Yup.
Joe, what you got?
You know what? I'm gonna go with them. I actually was gonna give it a 4 anyway, but they already kept saying 4.
Sure,
I'm gonna join the 4 wagon. I am because this is definitely. I'm definitely putting this one on the shelf. I have some Japanese whiskeys on the shelf already. This will definitely be good on the shelf because it's smooth. And sometimes I just need smooth whiskey. I don't need nothing I don't need something to totally make me forget about my week. Sometimes it's just Wednesday night and I got stuff to do
Totally
tomorrow.
forget about my week.
That happens.
Hey,
Fireball.
you know how your life is.
Yes.
You know your life. Sometimes you need 86, 90, you need 100 proof. You need these things.
You need that assistance.
It's definitely right. So it's definitely a 4, definitely going on my shelf. So that's what I'm gonna give it.
Okay.
It's also what it is.
Me, I'm honestly gonna give it like a 3.
Really?
Yeah, 3 out of 5.
Is there a reason?
I expect a lot when you're trying to do something that another culture has brought to the table.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad first bad at it when it comes to making a whiskey. I do think it's really easily drinkable, but I think here in America we have a lot of easy drinking whiskeys that you can find. So I think it's right on average for me. I'm not going to give it any pluses or minuses when it comes to that, but I did enjoy it. I would drink it again. I know I won't bathe in it. So
I would like to add in a bonus. They did do a collaboration with Four Roses. This Japanese, a Japanese company did a collaboration with Four Roses. I don't think anybody can really find it. It's fire. It's got like a pewter 4 roses on the front of the bottle.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be incredible.
Really?
So that might be the next hunt.
I'm gonna sync it out.
If I can hunt it down, I got some friends in Japan, so maybe they can lock one down for me.
Okay.
For us?
One down?
If I can find more than one. It's just that there's a lot of counterfeiting that happens there too.
So really like a crown,
legit
Crown Royal in the bottle.
You gotta find the bottle.
This is Sensei.
It's Crown right? Like Crown Royal versus Royal Crown.
Yeah,
like,
R&R. R&R Reserve. It's still Canadian.
Yeah. What about you, Jerk?
I'm gonna have to go with salsa. I'm gonna put it on the 3. I like it, and it is pleasant, like you stated. But because I'm biased towards some of the scotches and the, I say primarily the scotches, and then even with the whiskeys, I still like kind of the higher proofed, the flavors that come from the complex barrels, and you say overproof. Salsa always accuses me of preferring overproof liquor, but this is very like you said, a table whiskey for me. So I had to go with a raw unit of 3.
Raw unit of 3.
Would not bathe in it.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't splash my face or nothing like that. But it is good. It is a good standard table whiskey for me.
Well, that gives us, after the average, a score of 3.6. For our listeners out there, that means we do recommend it. It may not be the best in the world, but go ahead, pull you a glass.
Oh yeah, it's definitely purchasable.
It'll get you through hump day.
It definitely gets you through hump day.
Might get you humping too. It's
still
good. Yeah, I like it.
That means it's a win.
That far.
Huh?
I said, I'm thinking all of them will get you that far.
Yeah, if you drink enough of it, you can drink Listerine to get to that point.
Oh my gosh.
Smelling fresh.
Fresh breath and everything. Whole esophagus on fire.
All right. Well, somebody let me know how that pee turns out.
Mm-hmm. Minty fresh.
What goes in must come out. So.
That's right. Yeah, Sensei whiskey. So that's been Sensei whiskey. Speaking of Sensei, teachers, masters, whatever you want to call them. That's right. We're going to be moving on to the next segment, the sound sauce.
That juicy
the
music
sound
portion.
sauce. And today what we'll be talking about is masters. There was a controversy earlier this week about Lil Wayne selling off some of his masters. We'll get into that a little later.
Selling off or selling out?
Off.
I thought you said selling out.
Selling off.
Oh,
selling out. Masters.
It sounded so close together.
But let's talk to our listeners and give them a little understanding of what masters are first. So masters, to boil it down, boilerplate, are essentially that last cut of a song that you're going to pull out to the public. It's the best cut that you can put out when it comes down to it. And that's what a master is. So if they use it in a movie in the background, you get your credit for that version of that song with those producers, beat makers, and things that on it.
You get the royalties.
Yeah, well, you get the royalties. Now, masters, of course, you'll hear it kind of can get complicated because it can get broken down essentially from different people who own your masters. Maybe the label might own a certain percentage when it comes down to it. You might earn a certain percentage. There might be a producer who stepped on the beat. There might also be a writer in the background. You know, a lot of artists don't actually write their music songs and things of that nature. And they have a writer who actually publishes that. So the publishing and all of that might get split. But at the end of the day, the masters, if you do well enough as a star,
Exactly.
are supposed to come back to you, the artist, in this case. If you do well enough. The controversy that came up this week was about Lil Wayne, and he sold some masters. And this was a leak. It came out because one of his attorneys is actually suing him for $20 million and claiming that Lil Wayne owes him cash for whatever. So he dropped this, and it sounded like Lil Wayne sold his own masters. But what's come out afterwards, it sounds like he sold someone else's, people under his sub-label, such as Drake and or Nicki Minaj. He actually sold for their songs those masters for that. He doesn't own all of their songs, of course, in their whole entire catalog, but he made $100 million off essentially their songs. I want to ask y'all what y'all feel about an artist going out there and selling those.
I have so many questions.
Oh, go ahead, man. Questions first.
Well, first,
that'll help open that up.
It's actually the first time I've actually heard that this year. The RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan sold some of his too. Mm-hmm. And now, at first, I heard that Lil Wayne's. I thought he sold all of his masters, but obviously that was like a headliner clickbait. So there's more things to that. I mean, it's not like it's never happened before.
Right.
Little Richie, you got the Beatles, all of the Michael Jackson had a hold of all the Beatles songs.
They got a hold on. I said BTC. I can't remember the name of the company. They bought something like that. They bought all of that. About 4,000 songs, included some of the Beatles, John Lennon, all of them.
I mean, stupid bucks. If you listen to like Chili's or like any of these kind of restaurants where they'll buy like masters, or they'll have like the cut of some of those songs and you can hear them in the background. Mm-hmm. It's kind of sad, really. But I mean, like, you want to make that money, I guess. Yeah. But it's Lil Wayne though. I mean, I hate to be that kind of hater, but I mean, I see him and Flavor Flav and don't know the difference.
So he sold his masters to who?
So anybody can buy him. Another label. I think he's actually sold them to. Was it Universal?
Was it Universal?
I think it was Universal.
It was Universal.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
So they can. So he sells his masters to someone else.
To someone else.
To the record label.
And they use that for
whatever they want.
So they can lease it out for movies. You hear the music in the background, advertising, things of that nature. Anything.
Think of it like a plot of land.
Got you.
Yeah, right. You let them buy that from you. So like they put it whatever they want on their land. It's theirs.
Okay,
right.
I got you.
Masters are a really big thing when it comes to that, because nowadays sound, especially in the digital age, can be used essentially for everything. Mm-hmm. It's all on everyone's phone at any given time. You can pull up, play a track, you stream it. That's one of the biggest things for music.
Ringtone.
That's why ringtone, artists,
anything, elevator music. They got contracts for those. I'm not sure who owns all the elevator music out there, but shout out to you.
You're going
happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Yeah.
You better not do that on TV. Yeah. We'll get fined.
Is that Disney? Who owns that?
Yeah, I forgot who has it now.
To be. Somebody owns it. You
can't. Song "Happy Birthday."
Yes,
"Happy Birthday" to you.
I think it's Disney who owns it.
They own it.
You know what I'm saying?
You will get a notice.
You'll get a notice.
Yes,
if you use that to make money.
Yes,
like if you sang that song to make money on YouTube, you're gonna get some.
A lot of restaurants have been sued for using it and have had since then had to make up their own version of "Happy Birthday" or whatever it comes out to. You know?
So, ladies and gentlemen, that crappy "Happy Birthdays" mess that they come up with at the restaurant. Yeah. That's the reason why.
That's the reason. It's not their fault. Don't blame them.
We're so glad you came. No, we're not.
Well, Hooters has a very unique one, so
they do.
How does that one go?
Indeed.
No,
I saw them sing it to a 10-year-old. He like this whole world. He was like, I'm living for this.
Hey, don't take that moment from him.
I didn't.
Don't take that moment from him.
Coming to man.
Man, Jerk, you got any feelings about it?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's part of the game now, and like you said, with the digital age and everything that's coming up now, it's still proprietary information, and who owns it is the one that gets to make the bread off of it. So you can do all this hard work for all these years, singing in your bathroom and all that other stuff, and if you don't own that, once you put it out, you can't make money off of it. Yeah. And there's plenty of artists who, I guess because of even their contractual situation, didn't have the right terms and conditions to be able to maneuver through that, and they've been duped out of
so am I
millions of dollars.
Correct to assume that as a new artist coming up and you want that money and you want it real quick and you got that contract and they kind of get that from underneath you because you want this money right now because you just ready for it.
Right.
So you want to take this cut and then you sold this thing. Now that's all you have, and that's why you are a one-hit wonder.
Yeah,
Right. And
Yeah,
that's really how it works out. Now, one
100%.
thing a lot of artists don't realize as well is you don't have to just sell your masters all outright.
right.
You essentially can lease them out as well for a nice paycheck. You could have gone like $1 million. Y'all could
You
use
don't
it for
sell your
5
house,
years.
you rent it out.
Yeah.
And bring it
Like
back
an
to
Airbnb,
me.
but it'd be like Air R&B.
But of
Right.
course,
Yeah.
of course, young artists, they get it and they be like, yeah, you gonna give me $250,000? Yeah, go ahead, take that today. And that's essentially a loan against their masters when it comes down to
And
it.
you're not even touching the surface of paying that back with your sales.
Right.
And that's the issue. That's kind of, we've talked about it too. That's the game
Okay.
for the record companies. They got this wonderful talent, and we know we can sell. What's her name? Meg Thee Stallion was in that issue with her contract was real bad, and they got all this talent, all this ability, all this everything, but because the contract wasn't correct, then they own all of that. So she's under contract to make so many albums just to break even
with her own
with
personal
with the
side.
company. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then once you meet that quota,
That's when you start
then
making
you
money.
start making your money. But that's
That's way.
That
That's
could
on
be-
down the line.
some of those contracts are up for like 5 or 6 albums, and that's one of the things. Kind of going back for the hip hop heads, with Lil Wayne, he put out so many mixtapes for free.
There was a
But he was
year of
doing that
Lil
for
Wayne.
free.
I know it had been like 1 or 2 where every song on the radio he was on there. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't turn a channel.
That was the coldest time of Lil
Multiple
Wayne. Yeah.
genres. he was doing
Yeah, I was gonna say
Everything.
even on the other like all of the genres of channels you would
Future
just change
one,
it, and he
too.
was rapping, and you're
Why is
like,
he do how?
But he was putting out music because, like you said, there's so
Flooding
much.
the market.
There's so much that you have to put out in order to get from under that contract.
because he had to do that.
Yeah,
He was contractually obligated to do those things.
yeah,
He was
My-
just trying to get through with it quicker.
yeah.
Then
So
later.
he's just putting out music. Future had to do the same thing.
It's a
He
thing.
had to make so
built-
many albums
Okay.
just to get out from under the
Yeah.
contract.
And even to help him out, I know his tour bus, the back 1/4 of it, the back fourth of it was converted into a sound booth and sound station.
Well,
So he can produce on the road.
oh
Yeah,
sheesh,
right.
that's
He was doing this
that's
really
all
real,
the
like
time.
DoorDash.
It's a-
So my question, all right, so
Round
I got
dropping
one for you,
beats.
off of this. So like, I'll say this: do you think he sold it because he's tired?
Well,
Nah.
from the facts that I've gathered, even if it was some of his own, he sold some other artists up
Yeah.
underneath his label.
Yeah,
So he didn't have to be tired. He just might have wanted
Yeah.
$100 million in the bank account at that
I mean,
point.
Yeah.
I bet he owed
And-
somebody.
and
I'm sure
gonna put it
sure
on there.
skateboarding could exhaust you.
But he's
whatever it may be,
I'll
when it
say
comes
that
down
too,
to it.
yeah.
So,
That and the fact that
hey, he got
20
his
pounds.
cash from it. But this is going to lead me to my
Skateboard
last
is
question
what
of
it
the
is.
sound sauce for everybody. It's a little game I want to play. So I'm going to offer you a contract. That's going to include me buying your masters. You either turn it down or you go with it.
What's the deal?
So I'm gonna offer you
Deal or
an
no
amount of
deal.
money. I'm gonna give you an amount of money for your song. So you got one single that's gonna come out. I've already got my answers 1 through 4 listed down for if you're gonna be a hit and be able to capitalize off it or not.
It's like a Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
version.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I got
We're
it.
gonna go
Let's
down
do
to
it.
I don't even know. Okay.
So when
We'll
for example, I will go to Jerk and I'm gonna say Jerk, the first track that you put out is phenomenal. This Sensei. We're gonna give
Sensei
you
mixtape.
Sensei mixtape.
That's it.
We got
Dope.
it, and what we're gonna do is offer you $1 million cash up front right now. If you sign with us today, you get your masters. You give me a yes or a no answer, and then I'll let you know if your song became a hit or not.
Yeah, no.
So that's the route we would go.
Oh, okay.
That's
My
it.
answer was no.
That's the route. That's the route we would go.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start off with you, Jerk.
Because I know the game. So
You
mine,
know the game.
Yeah, mine's no. I want
Okay.
all my stuff. With J. Cole. That's
Okay.
what I'm doing.
Wow.
So, first up, Jerk, we're gonna offer you $500,000 for your new song,
The Sensei mixtape.
"Jerk Off."
Jerk on, jerk on.
We're gonna
Like
offer you
Future.
$500,000 for it,
Yeah.
and we're gonna get
The
the masters
masters.
along with that. We're gonna ask you, you good with that contract?
Yeah, no.
You
I
know?
want to keep my masters, yeah.
Okay, you would have become a legend. would've got
This is
that.
a system generated thing.
I did it beforehand. I did it 1 through 4. I did it 1 through 4, so I know it could have been just random. So you never know if you're gonna get hit.
That is true.
So now,
So it'd be a one jerk wonder.
so now you didn't sign a contract. You did get $500,000, and you also didn't become a hit on a legend at all.
So now I'm just at
you
Humphreys
just turned that
playing.
down. You just doing what you got to do.
I'm playing at Humphreys this weekend.
That's
That's what I'm doing.
it. So now, We got you next.
Oh, okay.
The next contract is we're going to offer you $2 million. And we want all of your masters.
For the Hypnotic Island mixtape.
For the Hypnotic Island mixtape.
All of it.
It's the whole mixtape.
All of it.
Are you going to take it or are you going to leave that contract?
For
Dun,
the
dun,
whole
dun.
mixtape.
For the whole mixtape.
You got a track of
whole-
like 12 killers on there.
We take it all or not. But I'm going to let you know whether you become a hit or not.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna say no because there's no way that you're gonna have a whole mixtape of mine and there's not something that goes to the freaking roof.
Okay.
But you can
That's
tell
good
me.
because your mixtape happened to be trash. It came down to it. You didn't make it.
Dun, dun,
You
dun.
got other skills when it comes down to it.
And-
You capitalize off of that.
And I still got an aerial
Got that real estate license.
So,
She got a fallback position.
Maybe some glass slippers or something. I don't know.
all right. Number three. We're gonna ask you now.
Holly.
You put out one song, and they offered you $15 million for the song up front.
One.
But they got to keep your masters. What are you gonna do? Accept the contract? Leave it be.
I'll go with yes.
You go with yes,
Uh-oh, she's taking a chance.
and you happen to become a legend with your one song.
There you
Anything
go.
else?
There you go.
All right.
She's out here in these streets.
You got
Nice.
16
Holly
bars and
Susan.
15 million. That's like $1 million per
I'm like,
bar.
Where's that?
Yeah, we're
Where's
good.
that?
So it should be Holly Bay season.
Right.
Holly Bay season.
Joe,
All right.
I got yours up now.
What's the deal?
Are you ready?
Let's see what
Dun,
we
dun,
got.
dun.
We got 2 songs. They want the masters,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
They're gonna offer you $500 million.
For 2 songs.
2 songs.
That's 250 mil per song.
First song.
Ah, you got a better deal. That's
250 mil per song.
Do I even have to explain my answer? Or
Yes.
let's just give it to you?
You can just give it
Explain
to
it.
You can
You want to
explain
explain
I want to
Okay.
hear what Joe says.
First of all, I'm going to take the deal because it's only 2 songs. I can take that 500 million and do whatever I can to produce better songs.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna look at those 2 songs. In my mind, I'm gonna be like, this is garbage. So now I'm on the road to like make better ones.
Now
Because
you-
then I can like get in the door with like Timberland and all these other producers and stuff like that. Yeah. Make my shit.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
you. Now you got
500 million, they'll come and
Wow.
see me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Yeah.
you're paying for it.
Yeah, I'm paying for it. They
So
can
you-
handle 2.
So
I'll
you're
give it to
taking
you.
it. You're taking it. That's
I'm
a good
good.
thing because you became the worst artist for those 2 songs in history.
I'll take
Worst
that.
beyond the bottom barrel, but you got that
I'll take
$500
it.
million.
You got
500 million. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
Timberland
This is
track.
how the
Let me
game
tell you
is.
something. Hey,
Makes it worse.
There
There you go.
That's
I'll
how
look-
the game is
I
played.
look back and I see Vanilla Ice doing home improvement shows. I'm gonna go ahead and
Hey.
say I'm gonna take that money.
Yeah, I mean, you're still making money.
Yep. Every time Ice Ice Baby plays, he has to pay someone else.
Yes.
That's what happens when your contract ain't right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough.
He admitted that.
That's tough.
Yeah, he's losing.
Yeah, he's losing all the time.
Big time.
Anytime you hear that Teenage
It's a-
Mutant
it's a shame
Ninja
because-
Turtles movie, he loses money on that.
Dang, that's tough.
Dang.
Turtles get you every time.
Did you go there?
He crapped out.
That was
Can I get a
harsh.
reroll?
That was
Golly, that's tough. But that's,
I like what you did there.
that's raw. That's what we do in the raw sauce, and that ends our sound sauce segment. The first segment of the weekend vibes, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for listening. Get tuned. Remember, get tuned into the weekend with maybe some Sensei whiskey if you like.
Hey,
Look out for our
Super chill.
next Peace Good podcast that we will release with our wonderful guests. This has been your boy Saucy,
And your boy Jerk Sauce.
this your boy Joe Tabasco.
and this is the raw sauce. Sauce you never knew you needed.
Bitch, you know I got the salt with the flavor. Bitch, you know I got the salt with the flavor. Bitch, you know I got the salt with the flavor. Bitch, you know I got the salt with the flavor. You can see it when I walk. The flavor. You can hear it when I talk. Bitch, you know I got the salt with the flavor. Bitch, you know I got the salt with the flavor.